guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today I'm gonna do a pork roast, and in celebration of Cinco de Mayo, it's gonna have all the flavors of the Southwest, and we're gonna love it. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna be able to do it in the sun oven or if I'm gonna do it in the pressure cooker. So it'll depend on when I get off work and get back here. We've had some windy days, or I would put that pork roast out there right now. I just don't want my whole solar cooker top to go blowing across the yard. So anyway, it'll be a surprise, but we're gonna have all the flavors of chipotle peppers, and it'll be spicy and delicious and shreddable for tacos. All right, guys, I'll bring you back when I'm gonna fix it on up. So come along and let's do this. All right. Okay, so now that we've got all of our ingredients all together and kind of prepped for this meal, I've got a beautiful pork shoulder roast. Now, I was gonna do it in the sun oven, but we've got really high winds today again. And just because of the nature of the reflector shields, I don't want it blowing across the yard or something happening to it. So we're gonna do it in my bistro pressure cooker. So I've only used this probably a dozen or so times. I'm amazed every time I use it, or every time I see someone else online using it, how amazing this thing is. So right here I'm putting, I'm gonna make my sauce, so as it were, that I'm gonna have go down over this pork roast that I want it to simmer in. So these are chipotle peppers in an adobo sauce. So about a half a can, actually. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock here. Just heated this up so it's nice and hot. These heat up pretty quickly, so I wanna make sure that I get that. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more stock because I want it to act as a blender. So, and then I want about, oh gosh, I mean, I chopped up a ton of garlic. Pork loves garlic. Now the rest of this garlic, let's see, I'm gonna save for my next recipe. So I've got all, getting my prep work done for that. So maybe, there we go. Probably 6 cloves of garlic right there. And then I'm gonna start the onion off. It'll just kind of get the spices all going. It's not necessary to do this because the onions will cook down and pretty much disintegrate when you shred the meat. So I'm just doing this so I can get this, get my lid on. And this is what we make smoothies in every morning. This is our, it's a knockoff for a Magic Bullet. And that's how fast and easy that is. I don't need it anymore. Everything else will break right down. That smells amazing. So good. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way here. Oh, you know what? I can't get it out of the way yet because I have onions that need to go down. I'm gonna put some down in the pan and probably leave this much for the next recipe, right alongside the garlic. Okay. So now we've got our onions down in there. I'm gonna bring you a little closer here. Whoops, and I unplugged it. It's the only thing, okay, it's still all programmed. I programmed this for the meat. You hit on, of course, and then you've got function and meat. You go until you hit meat, and then time. And I'm gonna pressure cook it for a full hour. When it comes down off of pressure, which it'll be a couple hours, then it will tell me whether that meat needs longer or not, or if I need to add more liquid. So I'm gonna put this beautiful roast right down in there. And then wash my hands. grab my sauce that I just mixed up. It's all chunky and delicious. Put that right down on it, and really and truly, that is, I'm going to add this rest of this chicken stock. You've got a fill line, which I'm well below the fill line, but if you did fill it above that, you would end up with a big mess. So it's just like any other pressure cooker. You've got to follow the instructions and the fill lines. I almost bought a new pressure cooker today because the one I have was my kid's grandmother's, other than this one. So I thought, I don't need another one. I have nowhere to put it. This one actually lives in a garage cabinet. So I'm going to get the lid on and let it come up to pressure. It really doesn't need any more seasoning at all. Pork has such a wonderful flavor on its own. I might go ahead and add a little Himalayan pink salt. Pull some of the fat out of there, but that's all we need. The chipotle pepper is going to do the job, and the chicken stock. So let's get the lid on. And it locks right into place, so you know if it's locked on or not. And I have to put my, there we go, my vent to seal, and there you go. All I have to do now is forget that I'm cooking. All right, so I will bring you back when we are actually finishing this up, or at least when we're checking it after it's been pressure cooked for an hour. So it doesn't really start timing till it brings it right up to temp and starts the pressure. So, okay, I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and the pressure canner has come off of pressure. I'm able to take the weight off. I'm gonna just slide this towards me, and I'm gonna take the lid off and see what we got. It doesn't seem like, you know, an hour under pressure is enough time, but oh boy, it sure could be. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna give you a really good view before I touch anything so you can see what I see. So if you see, the meat is pulled, oh my gosh, away from the bone. That bone's just coming right out. So this is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm gonna say, I mean, the bone's coming right out. Whoops, and I steamed up the camera. Okay, I'm gonna back off here. Hold on. I apologize for that. I wish I had a camera guy. My guy works too hard to be my camera guy. Well, not that anybody else's guy doesn't work hard, but he's just never here, or it's rare. Okay, so what I've got is some of it really wants to shred well, and I'm thinking I'm gonna leave this because there's a big tough spot right there. I would love this to just shred. Right now I want to shred it with 2 forks, and that's not really happening. So it's got a little ways to go. It's totally cooked, don't get me wrong. It is cooked, but for carnitas or tacos, we need it shreddable. So, wow, it's delicious. I'm gonna put it back on for another half hour, which will be over an hour before. So now next time, if this works, I'll know for that 4-pound roast that I would need to go at least an hour and a half. So just bringing you along for another ride. It's a learning experience, and oh, you gotta love this. Now, I could just let it simmer, but I want to get this done, so I didn't lose much. I want to point this out. The fill line is right here, and I didn't fill it all the way to the fill line. I didn't lose much liquid at all, which is nice. I always worry on pressure cookers that they're going to lose too much through the venting process, but we're going to put the lid back on and get moving on doing it again. Play it again, Sam. Anyway, got it locked into place. I'm going to put my vent here back on. There you go. And let's back you up. And we'll get this set, and I'll be back when we're done the next time. Half an hour on the timer. All right, guys. So I think that we've got, I'm hoping we have enough time on this. I think so. It's been another half an hour under pressure, and, ooh, so there we go. Vents, remove this lid. Still really hot. You need to be careful, but I believe we have liftoff. Okay. I'm gonna check this out. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay, so it takes, for that size roast, it's gonna take an hour and a half. So I'm gonna bring you over and show you what I'm talking about. So, okay, if you can see that. Now, do you see how tender that meat is? Now it's shreddable. And we are gonna shred this meat and get it ready for carnitas. Well, it is a carnita, I guess, right now. I'm not up on my Spanish lingo stuff, or my Spanish cuisine, I guess. I know how to make it, I just don't know what it's all called. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this out of the pressure cooker and show you how I shred it, okay? And I'll set you down. Hold on for the ride, because we don't want anybody hurt in this event. All right, I think all we're gonna have to do is scoot this back, and I've got it. Yep. I'm going to need something to hold that. There we go. And I'm going to try to, just because this is kind of the person I am, I'm going to try to skim off some of that fat. I'm taking this somewhere, and, or, you know, for a potluck, and I just don't want it all fatty, so we'll see if we can't get some of that off there. So I'm just going to get a bowl and a spoon, and yeah, we're going to get some of that fatty broth off the top, because the fat's going to, you know, come up to the top, and so we're going to make sure that we get that off there. I'm going to see what you're looking at. Yep. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to pause this, and I'll bring you back when I've got a lot of what I want off there, and we're shredding away. All right, so now that I've got a lot of the fat off of the pork, all I'm going to do is take 2 forks, and I'm shredding this. I'm still going to probably drain a lot of this stock off of here, because I don't need all of it, but I want to make sure all the flavor gets throughout the meat, and then when I see any fatty pockets, I'm going to take that right out of there. I don't need that. We're going to have this, well, I'm going to take this to a Cinco de Mayo party, and I want to make sure that, you know, it's just like I would have it at home. So any fat pockets that you see are going to come out, which aren't very many, but, and then we just shred the rest. And then we will, oh my goodness, we're going to get, I'm excited that it only took an hour and a half. Normally this would have taken 4 to 5, maybe even 6 hours. Probably not 6 hours for this size roast, but it definitely would have taken 3 to 4. And the end result is better in a pressure cooker. I mean, I love braised meat, but I think that you get more out of it. Okay, so now that we've got it all shredded, then we're gonna drain off some of that excess liquid, and we're gonna have it in a taco. So I'm gonna have one more step to this video. Okay, because I wanna make sure I get all this done. I should probably taste this for you and let you go at this point, because all we're gonna do is put this in a, when I take this, I'm gonna drain a lot of this meat off, so it's just, or drain the juice off, so it's just shredded meat. And we're gonna take it and have it with tortilla shells or tortillas and some lime and cilantro and maybe, yeah, maybe some cheese. Anyway, some black beans. I'll taste this meat and let you know how it came out. Mmm. Wow. That's really amazing. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Okay, so Cinco de Mayo is going to be extra wonderful. And I hope this inspires you. I hope it brings you back. I hope that if you like this, you give me a thumbs up. And if you really like it, I hope you post it on your Facebook page or your Twitter or your Google Plus. Share it with others. Anyway, I truly hope this inspires you to try something different. Use what you have. And, you know, I didn't have the sun today, so I used my pressure cooker. And it came out beautiful and in a very short period of time. So it's all delicious. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. God bless.